6:49, welcome back. The investigation into the worst mass shooting in U.S. history intensifies this morning. This is a live look from outside the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida, which of course is now a crime scene. Now, many friends and family members of those who were inside the club early Sunday morning when the gunfire broke out are still waiting for word on the fate of their loved ones.
Hi again and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Kyle Bosch. 11 minutes before 7, and we're starting our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And of course, we're following developing news this Monday morning. Flags on all federal buildings will be at half staff today to honor the victims of the largest mass shooting in U.S. history. 50 people died and another 53 were hurt when a man opened fire at a crowded nightclub in Orlando early yesterday morning. Just moments ago, the mayor of Orlando said authorities have identified 48 victims of that shooting. About half of their families have been notified.
Police are calling the shooting an act of terrorism and trying to learn more about the gunman, 29-year-old Omar Mateen. Authorities say he was known to the FBI before the attack and had been looked at by agents within the last few years. President Obama is set to be briefed this morning by the FBI Director, Homeland Security Secretary, and Deputy Attorney General for the latest on those terror links in that attack. Well, those Orlando shootings came during what was supposed to be a celebration of Pride Month across the country, but it has now turned into a period of mourning for the entire LGBT community.
People in the local Muslim community are also speaking out. They say we should not define all Muslims by the actions of one person. They spoke to Valley News Live about a campaign called True Islam, which aims to show people the difference between Islam and extremism.
We have this radicalization of some people, and they are doing these things which Islam does not allow, which are not part of Islam, and they don't have any excuse to do such things.
If you'd like to learn more about the True Islam campaign, you can head to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story.
It's now 6:51. Time for weather and traffic on the ones, and we start with meteorologist Lisa Green on this Monday morning.
Good morning. It's a lovely sunshine, blue skies, and of course all that green showing up here now that we're in June, and we've been getting plenty of rain in a lot of parts of the valley. Fargo-Moorhead missed out on that rain yesterday. Where we got hit hard by some rain showers is in the northern valley. More than an inch of rain reported in a lot of places up there. And that's also where we're contending with some fog. All of that rain just settling in the lower levels of the atmosphere and near the surface, and that's allowed some of our air to condense with some cooling going on last night. So that, of course, forms some low-level clouds, and we're looking at a quarter-mile visibility in Baudette. Things have really improved over the last hour or so. We're seeing visibility back up to 2.5 miles in Hallock and 3 in Langdon. So looking a lot better along the international border. We'll still see a little bit of fog out there, maybe for the next hour or two, but that sun really is going to do its work on that and help to warm us up and disperse the clouds that we're dealing with there. Eventually, we'll see some sunshine there as well. Calm conditions off to the east. We've got some light wind along the Red River and west from there. It should be a nice day. Light wind, temperatures that are going to be nice and mild, and we've got sunshine for most parts of the valley, a few clouds in the south and in the west. We're at 59 degrees in Wahpeton. Fergus Falls is at 61, 57 in Fargo, and 53 in Grand Forks currently. Our hourly planner for today in Fargo showing lots of sunshine here, and in addition to that, temperatures that'll be rising into the 80s, some low to mid 80s in the south and in the Central Valley, and we'll expect to see some 70s in the north and east, and wind light and out of the north for today. So looking nice. Today looks good. Tomorrow we will really cool down back into the 70s. In addition to that, some more clouds and a chance for a shower or thunder shower continuing into Thursday. But then the pattern turns right back to warmer weather with some sunshine to round out the week. A few storms coming up this weekend. Let's check in with Al for a traffic update.
We're back here on Interstate 94 again, checking things out here. Traffic definitely has picked up, gotten fairly thick. In fact, westbound I-94. Eastbound I-94 is pretty active as well. And again, extra caution through that work zone. Reminder for you, we have a stalled car on 13th Avenue. Westbound, it's between Fichtner Drive and I-29. Make sure you're looking out for that. Drive carefully today and always. Willamette Valley Today traffic.
6:53 now in our election coverage this morning. North Dakota voters are set to head to the polls tomorrow for the state's primary election. There are also some local races to decide. In Fargo, there are 2 city commissioner spots open and 11 candidates on the ballot.
Some of the names on the ballot are familiar, but others are not. Noelle Andrew is one of the first-timers on the city commission ballot, and she's taken her campaign door to door.
I think a lot of people are open-minded, so it's really nice being able to just speak to them face-to-face versus, having them not know me and having to just read from, websites and stuff. But that, actual interaction is something they actually like, and I can actually speak my view to them.
For more information on tomorrow's elections, you can head to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story.
We're following a developing story out of the Northern Valley for you. The Grand Forks County Sheriff's Department says it plans to release more information later this morning about a 55-year-old Grafton, North Dakota man who was hit and killed by a BNSF train. It happened near the Amtrak station around 6 Saturday night.
Authorities say that a vehicle police believe belonged to the victim was parked near the crash site. Police are still reviewing video from the train to try and determine what led to the man being hit. The Minnesota State Patrol is looking for a possible witness in a deadly hit-and-run crash that killed a Lake Park, Minnesota girl over the weekend. It all happened on Highway 18 in Aiken County, Minnesota on Friday night, killing 10-year-old Kaylin Donovan. Troopers say Kaylin was standing at the end of a driveway when she was hit by a passing vehicle that did not stop.
Investigators say they want to speak to the driver of a white Ford pickup pulling a white fifth-wheel camper with black trim who was in the area and may have witnessed the crash. Anyone with information should contact the State Patrol. That number's on your screen right now. It's 218-318-3025. A man is in the hospital after police say he lost control of his motorcycle during a rain and hailstorm. It happened yesterday afternoon at Lightning Lake Park near Wendell, Minnesota.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the driver suffered injuries to his arm and chest in the crash. He was taken to the Elbow Lake Hospital for treatment. Well, new for you this morning, authorities in Minnesota are asking for your help to find a missing woman from Becker Township near Motley. 22-year-old Marissa Fall is about 5'3" with dark blonde hair. We have her picture up on your screen right now. She was last seen wearing a black t-shirt, jeans, and sandals. Now, police are asking anyone with information to contact the Cass County, Minnesota Sheriff's Office. Their phone number, 218-547-1424.
Police are also looking for information about a burglary at a Grand Forks gas station over the weekend. Officers were called to the Cenex on Gateway Drive around 4 yesterday morning. Someone stole items and cash. Anyone with information regarding the incident is asked to call the Grand Forks Police Department. School zone changes are coming to the Moorhead and Dilworth, Glendon, Felton Public Schools. School boards will meet today to approve plans for realigning district boundaries.
A task force was formed to come up with plans to make sure that they do not hurt the districts or the people who live in them. The plans will likely include a combination of parcel transfers and phased-in transfer processes to have the lowest impact as possible on families. Well, with school now out for the summer, that does not mean that needs for kids are necessarily going away. And there are hundreds of families right in our area that need help feeding their children.
One program is doing just that this summer. The Valley Today's Christy Larson joins us live from Ed Clapp Park with the details on this really important program. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning. Yeah, and I'm here with Janae Meske, and we've been talking about this program, but let's talk about the numbers first of all, because sometimes it's hard to imagine how many in the Valley are actually getting help.
That's so true. So last summer we averaged about 300 kids that would receive backpacks in the summer. This was through all of our sites that we had, but that number in itself is pretty extraordinary because most people don't know that there is that big of a need, especially during the summer.
And that number is only growing as our population grows as well. And we actually have an example of the lunches that you guys are handing out for the kids' summer lunch program. That happens with these trucks driving around to different drop-off locations like here at Ed Clapp.
That is so true. So today we'll be here from 12:45 to 1:15 at Ed Clapp. We'll also be at Village West from 11:45 to 12:15 serving the meals.
And this is just one of those lunches. You guys also have some fruit that you guys give out thanks to a little bit of help from the local business too.
We do. Last week they had grapes. This week they could have, the little cute little halos or cuties, the oranges, or apples, bananas, pretty much any kind of fruit. They're pretty excited to get. The grapes were a big hit last week, so.
And I know that they're still looking for volunteers to help out with this program because the kids really do, and families in the area need some of this assistance. So you can help them by maybe volunteering some of your time to Great Plains Food Bank, driving one of these trucks around, dropping off those lunches, or maybe even donating some dollars to United Way Cast Clay to help stretch those dollars even further.
Christy Larson reporting live for us this morning. Thanks, Christy. Well, the champagne is probably still flowing for Moorhead native Matt Cullen and his family. The Pittsburgh Penguins took down the San Jose Sharks in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals last night. This is video of Cullen hoisting the cup for the second time in his career. A big congratulations. Lots of local people pretty excited about that win.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. If you're average, you have 9 of these. 3 of them are completely useless. What are we talking about?
The answer, keys.
Makes sense.
For like 10 years after college, I carried around a key to a bike lock, to a bike that I left chained outside my apartment at the University of Minnesota. Why? Who knows? Maybe someday I'll go back and get it.
Maybe it's still there. You never know.
It'd still be there.
Today we've got a great weather to go for a bike ride. Temperatures in the 80s and sunshine on the way.
Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. More local news and weather right here in 25 minutes.
Have a great Monday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.